Welcome back. When you escaped the last room in the Bastille, it had just been stormed, but the action didn't stop there. After the storming, it meant that lots of things needed to happen. There was no king or queen and no real order. Life could be about to turn to chaos, and we need your help to stop this and move on to the next room. A whole new way of life has to start in France. The Bastille was a huge symbol of what the former power in France stood for. So now it's been stormed, it's about to be deconstructed, so we're against the clock. But how did they take the Bastille down? The revolutionaries didn't have any explosives, and of course there were no diggers or bulldozers like we see today. So they had to take it down brick by brick, and the stones were taken as souvenirs of the victory and the start of the real revolution. Before, the Bastille was a very mythical place, and there were lots of rumours about what went on inside. But when they took it down, they found out none of these rumours were true. So, the deconstruction of the Bastille was like a real-life demystifying or way of exposing the truth of life in France, and it meant that it was time for a change. But life couldn't just start again. If you think about your life today, you know how to behave because of what other people have taught you. But can you imagine if all of this changed? It's like when you move to a new class each year. Everything changes, so what do? Often, you might have a new set of classroom rules. These are some principles which everybody agrees with and tries their best to stick to. And something quite similar happened in France. So just imagine, everything you knew about your life has just been destroyed and you're ready for something new. This is where a group of new leaders come in, called the National Assembly, and they went on making a document called the Rights of Man and Citizen. This document has a French name too, which is Les droits de l'homme et du citoyen. It has 17 declarations or articles. You can think of this document a bit like classroom rules, but instead of just being applicable in the classroom, these articles set out how life in France would work. Overall, this document has 3 main guiding principles. Do you know what this means? These principles are the foundations which summarise all the articles and what they want to achieve. For example, in your school, you might have a classroom rules, but there might be an overall school motto which shows you how to be a good student. Perhaps, like my school, it was kindness, courtesy and courage. Whatever you can think of, these guiding principles were very, very important. But you might think that because these articles are so old, we don't need them in France today, but that just isn't the case. As you complete your challenge today, you can find out a little bit more about how these articles apply today. But speaking of your challenge, let's find out a bit more about how you're going to escape this room. The room is in the Bastille, hasn't yet been deconstructed, but we're running out of time to escape. There is a very important room in the Bastille because in this room is where all of the articles of the Declaration are kept. Before this room is taken down, you're going to need to read and learn about all of these articles to find the missing pieces of information and get a little bit creative before you can move on to your 4th and final room. So, you are in the room, and when you're looking around, you spot a letter. This video is about to end and your challenge is about to begin. So go and find the letter, read it carefully to find out your task inside. All I will say to you now is bon courage, which means good luck in French. See you later when you've finished your task.